Alright, here's a word problem that we need to practice on how point slope and slope intercept forms can be. So here we go. You're an avid coin collector. You decide to start collecting keeping better track of your coin collection. After 15 days, you count and find out you have 155 coins. After 22 days, you have a total of 218 coins. Alright, so we kind of have to figure out, it says here, write an equation in point slope form. So if you remember right, point slope is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Alright, we need to find a point, so we have to identify a point, so I'm going to put a point there, and we need to find our slope. Alright, so if you notice, it looks like we talk about the number of days. So we could say, if you think of an x and y point, we could say days and we could say coins. So days would be x and coins would be y. So that's how we'll try to figure out our point, and we'll kind of go from there. Alright, so let's try this. Alright, so if I look, and I'm going to kind of erase this so we can see this a little better. I want to identify my points. Alright, so it looks like I got 15 days and 155 coins. So we're going to say 15 for coins and 155 days. Or I'm sorry, 15 days, 155 coins. That's a terrible 155. Let me rewrite this again. Alright, so it's 15 days and we have 155 coins. Our second point could be 22 days and we have 218 coins. Alright, so here's our x1, our y1, our x2, and our y2. So we can find our slope. So the slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's go ahead and put these numbers in here. That's going to be 218 minus 155 over 22 minus 15. So we subtract the two. And if we take our calculator and subtract 218 from 155, alright, we should get, let's see here, that is going to be, let's see, 218, 155, so 218 minus 155, that's 63. 63, and then if we do 22 minus 15, that's going to be 7, and so our slope is 9. So our slope is going to be 9. Alright, so again, look, I picked 15 out of 15 days, 155 coins, 22 days, 218 coins, made those out of points, as long as I keep my coins and my days in the same scenario. So like otherwise I labeled my days as X, and my Y became my coins. And I got to keep it this way for both points, so that way I don't lose track of it. Alright, so I'm going to erase this part because we know what the slope is now. So we know the slope is 9. So I'm going to put in a different color. We're going to say M equals 9. Now we've got to pick a point. And if you remember, we had two of them. We had, and I erased it, but we had 15 and 155, and the other point was 22 and 218. So we can pick any one of these two to use. And I don't know about you, but I'll probably try to use smaller numbers. So I'm going to go with this guy right there. Alright, so I'm going to use that point. Alright, so I'm going to erase the other one. Now I could use the other one, and I could get a different slope, point slope form, but we're just going to use this one for example. Alright, so I'm going to move this guy, I'll move him over here. So my point is going to be 15 and 155. And I'm going to plug it in right over here. So y, remember this is your x, this is your y. Y minus 155 equals 9 times x minus 15. Alright, so there's my point slope form, just like it asked in our equation. And I'm going to go ahead and erase this part because it also asks us to label, define our variables. And let's go ahead and put x is days and y equals coins. Alright, now if you look at the second part, it says convert your equation into slope-intercept form. And if you remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So I need to simplify this. So I'm going to take the 9 and I'm going to distribute to both of these numbers here. So I got y minus 155 equals 9x. And now we'll take our calculator, multiply 9 times negative 15, and I should get 135. Negative 135 actually. Alright, now remember, we want to get y by itself. So what do I need to do to move y by itself? Well, y is being subtracted by 155, so I want to add 155 to both sides. I forgot the 1. So what does this turn out to be? This becomes y equals, remember that's a 0 pair, 9x, we're talking about this cancels out. And then take your calculator and say negative 135 plus 55, and you should get positive 20. So we have just converted it into slope-intercept form. So what does your slope represent? What would you say that your slope represents? It's your coins per day. Or is it the days you collect one, how many you collect up? Sorry. So your slope represents your coins per day. So we get 9 coins per day. What does the coin? How many coins did you start with? Well, remember your y-intercept is what you start with. It's your original. It's your starting point. All right, and so since this is our y-intercept right there, we're going to say 20. We started with 20 coins. And that's our answer.